fearlessness. And on that note, we have a couple of people, Cyndy Mammalian and Dave Stump, who are going to share briefly regarding our Fearless Generosity campaign.
Good morning. Since our daughter Alexandra's baptism 16 years ago until today, PPC has been a second home for our family. The blessings of this church on our family are so many that we would be here until dinner time if I tried listing them all. So instead, this morning, I would like to focus on the gifts of Christian education. Our children, Alexandra, Matthew, and Juliet, have received so much from years of Sunday school, children's worship, vacation Bible school, Christmas pageants, children's choir, youth group, and confirmation. PPC has given them a firm foundation in Christian education for which Paul and I are so very grateful. And seeing them grow in their faith and put what they've learned into action through the local mission week and the annual mission trip, to which they look forward to every year, makes us truly happy and confident that their faith in what we believe is real. And Paul and I continue to appreciate the Christian education opportunities that are provided for the grown-ups in our family of faith. I personally have loved coming together on Mondays for Faith, Hope, and Lunch with the women of the church to read books that spiritually challenge us. So Paul and I want to say thank you to this extended family of ours, who has educated us all and led us by example. Our pastors, our Sunday school teachers, choir directors, worship leaders, confirmation mentors, youth group leaders, and mission trip parents. We continue to be excited for the future of our church and in our congregation calling its new pastor. And we know that the enthusiasm with which this church has taught and led its children and adults alike will continue to grow even more. And that makes me happy. Like all of you, this past week we received in the mail the pledge card for the Fearless Generosity Stewardship Campaign. As Paul and I consider our financial commitment to PPC this year, we do it with hearts full of gratitude for our PPC family, with excitement for this amazing church and all that it provides, and with great anticipation for the next chapter in our church's story. Thank you.
Good morning. As you heard last week from Chris Dowd, now is the time of year that church staff and the session begin planning for the year ahead. As many of you who have done this in other settings know, planning requires asking a few key questions. First, is the plan aligned with our mission? Second, can it be successfully implemented with our available human capabilities? And three, can it be paid for? In the next few minutes, I'd like to reflect on my personal experience with the first two, as well as remind you of our need to help with the last. Carol and I joined PPC in 2001. We had just arrived in Potomac and imagined that this would be our new church home. We were suddenly motivated to engage on the Sunday after 9/11 as we felt urgent need to take a break from unpacking and try to come to grips with what had happened earlier that week. We joined the church later that fall. Life was good for us here. We regularly attended worship, adult education, and various fellowship events. Our daughter Shana was married here. Carolyn devoted time, especially to mission activities and Bible studies. She would often talk about the community of the church and how much it meant to her. I was quite busy with my work and made a comfortable living, which did allow us to easily be generous with our gifts. But frankly, I didn't totally get the community thing. Then suddenly life changed. Carolyn became terribly ill with an unusual cancer in the fall of 2010. I was frantically trying to figure out how to manage her care, juggle job demands, even just get bills paid, something she had spared me from over the years. Congregational care came to our rescue. Without them, I'm honestly not sure when I would have ever figured out how to simply feed myself. Soon pastoral care and Stephen ministry joined our circle of support and stayed by our side during her difficult 4-year journey. Her faith remained strong to the end. I really didn't have time to think much about mine, as her needs for care were so great. In the end, all, including many of you, were there to celebrate her good life. After losing her, how to carry on became the question. I soon came to find that my own 3 pillars would be family, especially young granddaughters, friends, and faith, that lasts through many reflective conversations with our pastors and Stephen ministers. Over time, I've also come to more fully understand the meaning of the community of the church. As a result, I've sought to give back, joining the session when invited a year ago, and more recently, the generosity team. I know some of you in this congregation have also suffered terrible personal loss and have felt the warm embrace of our caring community. While I would never wish upon those of you who have yet to endure such loss to experience it just to be able to feel that caring embrace, be assured that it is there for you. Now it is for us to ensure that it continues to be there for all in need going forward. I hope you all will agree that PPC is living into its mission to help us live fearlessly. Now we must all live into our mission to give fearlessly. Since joining the session, I've observed my colleagues on the Finance Committee working tirelessly to be sure all of our important programs can be supported, and have seen the challenges of the stiffening financial headwinds we face. Because PPC has cared for me and helped me to keep as well as grow my faith, I intend to step up to this challenge and increase my giving to a new level. I sincerely hope as many of you as can will prayerfully agree and join me. Thank you in advance for your fearless generosity.